Greetings, this is Stanley L for the American Dream, and we're here for my guest in just a moment.
This is WGLS Rowan Radio.
And welcome again to the American Dream. I'm your host, Stanley L. And today I'm here with our guest. Your name is, sir?
Stevie Franks.
Stephen Franks.
Stevie Franks,
yes. That sounds like a popular name.
I would hope so.
Where are you from, Stevie?
I'm from Lawnside, New Jersey.
Seriously?
Yeah, most definitely, yeah.
Man, we can talk a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, no, you probably know Ray Byatt Real Estate Lawnside.
Yeah.
I'm his marketing guy.
I live on top of that building, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I've been there 100 times over the years, probably more than that.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of stuff in real estate in Lawnside.
Yeah.
Working with the Lawnside school system and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The Lawnside Parade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Struthers.
Yeah.
Have you born and raised alongside?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, we can talk all day. It's for a different reason you're here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nah,
so
but we
let's
still
keep it going.
talk all day. Yeah.
Why don't you give us a little bit background beyond the Lawnside? What else is going on with you?
All right, so I'm like I said, originally from Lawnside, New Jersey. I'm a hip hop artist. I've been doing it for about eventually, I want to say professionally, for about the last I want to say 5-6 years. I've been doing it really music like all my life, probably ever since I was like maybe about 11, 12. I've been released about, I want to say five studio albums up until this point. I've been independent for the majority of the time. I've had a few different like label situations, but some of them didn't work out. Because I felt at this point in time, especially with the day and age, the way things are working, it's better to stay independent at this point until I can make a legitimate partnership or until a deal makes sense. I recently released a project. It's called The Bigger Picture. It's in tribute to a hip hop legend by the name of Big L. He's from Harlem, New York. What I did was take his album and I took a lot of the similar sounds and samples and I flipped them and I did them in my own way and kind of added my own subject matter to it. If anybody had to describe me or my style, I would say my style is called self-therapeutic motivational reality rap. And basically it's like just giving a glimpse of reality and make my style therapeutic to me and my listener and kind of having some way making it fun but at the same time motivating. You know what I'm saying? My people. You know what I mean? My slogan is morals over money. You know what I'm saying? So anything I do, it has to do with like empowering, motivating, structure. You know what I'm saying? And building that character for my listener.
Nothing surprises me, right? And let's get that out of the way. But I am amazed. I'm amazed that you've taken hip hop to the level where it can make the best, most positive impact.
Yeah.
That's what I just heard you say.
Yeah, that's what I try to do. I mean, because it's just me as a person. What I went through, not even just me as being a human being, but me being an artist. I went through different stages in my life as an artist or who or what I wanted to be and finding that. And a lot of it, like I said, because of my background of what I used to do, started off as the real, you want to say gangster street rapper, and then it started off of the real intelligent rapper using big words that I didn't understand. Then it came from being the more so consciously social rapper. Then I brought them all together and added my personality into it. Then I really created the conventional name of and product and brand of who I am, because my name wasn't even Stevie Franks at first off. Stevie Franks was a nickname given to me when I was running the streets, and I was working with an engineer, I want to say about like 5 years ago, who told me and said that Stevie Franks sounds better to be my name because it's who I am, number one, and then it just has more character. So I was at a struggle of making music a few years ago because I was trying to figure out what direction I wanted to go conventionally next. So what I started doing was just going off of what I feel and the type of person who I am, and trying to make it to the point where I'm helping the listener, and not just being selfish. Everything being a big party. Everything being about a bunch of violence. You know what I'm saying? We all go through that. We all see it. Everybody does that. But what can an artist, for me, what can I bring to the table? What can I make different for everybody else? and I touch on subjects that the other art process of the mind that everybody else doesn't touch on. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I try to do as an artist, and as a musician.
Knowing how powerful hip hop is in the world.
Yeah, very.
And how the trend has almost been, I'm going to say, destructive in the sense of, and hearing you now, it's like, you're almost like a savior, brother. I mean, no, I'm saying that because Kaylin Anderson, Press Pause Production, he knows me, right? And I'm about morality. And when you use that word morality, I don't hear people say that word enough, right? Yeah. And one of my lines is, the greatest need of the younger generation today is morality.
Right.
Give me a good person and I can help them succeed in anything.
Right. Most definitely.
And now I'm hearing that there is an artist here that is promoting morality. I want to bring you back 10 times. No, I'm seriously, because I just saw a post on Instagram a couple of weeks ago where a young lady is saying, why can't we hip-hop artists, musicians, or whatever industry start doing positive stuff now?
Because I'm going to tell you why. Because I think it's a thing of fear with artists now, because they feel as though when a good message is conventionally pushed, they feel as though they're going to get shunned by the rest of society and by the rest of the music world, and they want the check instead of actually really doing the groundwork and footwork and doing this thing the long conventional hard way, which is what I say is the way that I do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They want the check of, the $1 million as soon as you get a deal, and then you're not really getting all your money, but it makes it look cool. You know what I'm saying? It looks good. It's all about the look now. It's not really about what's the conventional outcome of what's really going in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? So they feed into that, the visual. You know what I'm saying?
So what makes you so different? Why are you taking that on?
Why? Because I want creative control of myself, and my whole growth, no matter what I did and whatever I wanted to do. I mean, I did a lot of negative things in my life in order to bring about a sense of economical independence when I was at a young age. I just didn't know how to go about it. My mother always told me I had a lot of wisdom. I just didn't know how to use it at the time. And now that I feel as though I have the tools in front of me and the gifts in order to use it, in order to bring that about, I'm going to do everything in my power to make that happen. And I always wanted to be economically independent, because to me, I felt like I was always meant to do something more bigger than what I set myself up to do. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a motivational speaker named Eric Thomas. He says, sometimes in order to know the person of who you are, you have to let go of things that are not you. So I had to let go of certain things, and I felt like they were slowing down my potential. So once I started getting rid of the negative way of thinking, the negative activities that I was involved in, and really started to understand myself, then I started focusing more on the goals, the money, the profits, the goals, and sensuality, because my creative control is everything to me. And if I feel like somebody's going to stop that and shut it down, I'm going to feel like you just, I'm not going to use foul language on your station, but I feel like you just took the man out of me. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I chose that path.
You talked about what your mom said in wisdom. Wisdom would say to any artist, regardless, if you're putting destructive stuff out there in people's minds, they're going to act it out at some point. Where does that lead to? That's destruction of everybody.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, I mean, you might be selling records now, but what happens later on if we continue down the destructive path? And with our folks, I'm going to say, I mean, do we need that?
Nah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think all that stuff is on a time period. You know, they get on for a little minute, then get their little check, and then they go through a conventional period where it's just like they get an epiphany, and it's like, this is what's being taken from me. But it's not like the information ain't out there for them to get it. They just choose not to get it. You know what I'm saying? They have people in front of them who are telling them, take this, have this. You know what I'm saying? It's just like anything. Like every time you turn on the television, what you see a McDonald's commercial, you see fast food, you see your favorite TV show. If everything on television was promoted towards self-health, mental health, promoted to economical growth, you think it will still be the same outcome? No.
No.
You know what I mean? So they got it. It's just what's being thrown in front of you.
Absolutely.
So you ain't got no other choice but to sit back there and soak it all in.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because it's just like it's unavoidable. It's like if you grow up in a neighborhood full of Crips, right? And the Bloods is all the way down the street over here, but you can't see them. It's too far. You walk outside, you ain't got no other choice but to run into them. And so you got to fight every day in order to get to school. But what you doing? Fighting Crips. So what they tell you to do? They tell you, yo, you want to have protection. You got to get down with me. And what they do, they make you fight. They throw you in a pit. Now you one of them. You can't help it because it's right there in front of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
like everything in this world, everything is thrown in front of your face and it's forcing it down your throat in order for you to suck it in. The same thing with social media.
Right. Well, again, I'm smiling because, I'll just share you my little story. I stopped watching TV, listening to radio, reading newspapers when I was in my 20s because of what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been in the media business the whole time.
Yeah.
But I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not going to pollute my own mind.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's just really crazy.
But I'm impressed by the fact that you get it.
Yeah.
How'd that come about?
Homework. I told you, like, my mind was always not here. It was always somewhere else. I always had that sense of knowing that just because it's in front of you doesn't mean that's always true.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I learn believe what is it? Believe in none of none of what you hear and only half of what you see.
Right.
So
I tell you, we can have a long conversation. I'm trying to bite my tongue a little bit to hold back some things because you open up a door, and I'll put it out there as like this here: $1.3 trillion. $1.3 trillion is what African Americans spend every year on consumer goods.
It's crazy.
Without ownership in any of those industries.
Anything.
So somebody has to help us turn that around, because $1.3 trillion is Canada's gross national product. It's more than nations have.
No, it's another thing too is that there's people out there that do it, especially people that come from the bottom communities, and when they try to do it, they get killed.
Mm-hmm.
When they get killed, they get eliminated. That's when people should actually show them the way. They take us away. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing they're left with is a legacy. So then you got people who are trying to enlighten us, like, you know, the Malcolm X, the Martin Luther Kings, and even now, you know, the Farrakhan's still around. You know what I'm saying? And you have the Dr. Sebies, people that bring information in front of our faces that's bright, plain as day. But every time somebody brings information and tries to tell us about what we need to know that's going to help us and bring us out of this slump that's been going on for years, they either magically they disappear, magically they get murdered, you know what I'm saying, or they're looked at as crazy, you know what I'm saying, and make them look like they're crazy. They put them in situations to make them look insane, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, it's being and spreading that information is, you have to be very mindful and very cautious how you give the information. So,
and you,
yeah, so it's like, even me, I got to be mindful about how I give it. You know what I'm saying? It's like all right, I give it's called the bean pie effect. Bean pie is good. It has nutrients in it, it has natural things in it, but at the same time, it got a good taste to it, right?
mm-hmm.
So I got to mix all that in the pot. It looks good to you, it tastes good to you, but it's good for you at the same time.
Right.
So I got to put it together. If I give it to you in a plain form view and I just throw all the information down your face with what we're supposed to hear and what we're supposed to do, then it's like either you're going to run away from it or now I'm targeted. So it's like, it's crazy how this world goes with people giving information. Because
right.
It's either you looked at as crazy, you're a nut, or they make it seem like, oh, he's corny.
Or I'm looking at you, man. You saying all this, but you have taken this thing on. Is there something around you that something about you I don't know?
Nah, man, not at all, man. I'm some small fish, man. You know
but
what I'm saying? Small fish.
You
baby.
made the decision to move, and you must have a magic formula for it.
Nah, I mean, it ain't no magic formula. I just say and I think what a person with common sense and is supposed to have think. You know what I'm saying? I just use a brain. I know that I play my part. You know what I'm saying? I play my part, and I know what part I'm supposed to play. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm not supposed to be as huge as Malcolm X or Martin Luther King. Maybe I'm not supposed to be a big influential image. Maybe I'm just supposed to talk to you through words.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And influence your soul and your spirit. And then maybe with my message, it might shine some order, some light into you. I mean,
No, I hear you all together, man. I hear you. You're an artist with a cause.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Silent. Yeah.
Art goes a long way, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's things you could do with art that
art run. See, but what they don't understand is that art run the world.
Absolutely.
Art run everything. You know what I'm saying? The way we think, where we talk. Even art is in everything. Religion, art is in this. Architecture built this.
Right.
Without art, wouldn't be. We humans, we're works of art.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So art runs everything.
And we have like a minute and a half before we close. I want you to kind of tell us what you would like to see happen within, let's say, the next 5-10 years.
I would like to see with me or with just
however you want to come across it.
With myself, I would like to see myself grow economically, freedom-wise, and able to make decisions myself and help bring my people in and help actually give back to where I'm from. So the youth will have something to do besides having to have destructive activities. You know what I'm saying? So however I can do that through music to help build up for my own economical criteria, but on an independent level to the point where I can make my own decisions and actually build, that would be wonderful.
Great. I appreciate that. Yeah. And we'll be back with the American Dream after this. Whether you're raising a family, advancing a career, building a business on a mission from God, victory lies beyond the barriers. As it is said, when you know a thing, then it becomes a part of your life. All experience brings with itself knowledge, strength, and courage. When we accept that all experience is valuable, because it is all an action of life, we have begun to enter into a higher state of existence. This is when our authority over conditions begins to express as mastery. Then we are freed from the chaos and pressures of human conditions. The actions of life are life's way of getting us to realize and accept our natural abilities, to become masters of circumstance, and authority over life's energy and use. That authority is absolute. If you watch carefully how things come about in your experience, you will see that all experiences result from your decisions to act in a certain way. You see, a choice is made to think, speak, feel, and act in a particular way. You decide what it is, and based on the action, a certain result must occur. You must decide. Make a decision. Choose what experiences you might have in your life. I have the strength, the courage, the power to move forward steadily through all experiences, whatever they may be, and to remain joyous and uplifted with peace and harmony at all times, by the glorious presence which I am.
The American Dream, reality, on Rowan Radio, 89.7 WGLS FM, with host Stanley L.
And welcome back to American Dream. And I'm going to have you give it a couple of shout outs, maybe, or
okay. Shout out to the brother bringing me on. Say your name again. It's my first.
Kaylin Anderson.
Kaylin Anderson. It's my first time actually. Kayleno. It's actually the first time me meeting the host. Mm-hmm. And your name again?
Oh, Dr. L.
Dr. L. Dr. L. It's the first time us meeting through the contact. I apologize for that. Shout out to Twin Flame Records for setting this up and making this happen. Shout out to my brother E-Dot, you know what I'm saying, my engineer, my producer, and my partner. Shout out to Track Hider Music Group, which is the label I'm underneath of right now. And if anybody interested in following me, you can follow me on Facebook, Stevie Franks. Like my fan page. Stevie Franks Music with a K. You follow me on Instagram, Stevie Franks the artist, and follow me on Twitter at Stevie Franks Rap.
Good. Final words? Final words, encouragement?
Oh man, just to anybody that's trying to pursue anything, no matter what people tell you, don't listen. Follow your own goals and your own dreams and aspirations, because people are because they can't make it to where you get to, they might try to shoot you down. Don't always share your information of your ideas with anyone else. Just keep pushing and keep pushing hard at it. You know what I'm saying? With hard work, focus, and dedication, and learning from failure, you will be successful.
All right. That concludes the American Dream. I'm host Dr. Stanley L. God bless you and have a victorious week.
Yeah.
American, the beautiful